Hi, hello, wow. I wasn't planning on recording a video for this place, but it ended up being so freaking magical that I just couldn't not, okay? Like, right now I am in San Marcos. It's in Lago de Atitlán, or Lake Atitlán. Basically, this incredible, beautiful lake here in Guatemala. It's stunning. I cannot wait to show you this place because yeah, it's special. It's one of those, I'm literally right now looking out at this incredible view. We only stayed here for 2 nights and we're like, can we extend? Unfortunately, we can't because we've got work to do. But yeah, this is one of those places that you come to and you wonder why on earth you're living your life like in the US or whatever, because it just has this magical, beautiful vibe to it. This one's probably gonna be a little bit of a weird video, kind of a vlog thing. I don't know. We're just rolling with the punches here. Hello and welcome to the Wanderlust host channel. My name's Olivia Tati and I am a short-term rental specialist and world traveler on a mission to inspire you to invest in real estate and travel the world. My goal is to build a community of like-minded millennials who have spent years stifling their creativity, break free, and take control over their lives. Don't forget, if you find this information and this video to be entertaining or educational or literally anything at all, please hit that like and subscribe button and the little bell notification button. It really helps me grow my channel and put out more fun, cool videos like this out for you guys to see. Okay, we are out here in, what's this place called? Lago de Atitlán, Lake Atitlán, or as we like to call it, Titty Lake. But it's beautiful. Right now the place is a mess, but soon I will show you what this beautiful place looks like. In case you didn't know, Guatemala is a small country in Central America, just south of Mexico, and it borders Honduras and I believe Belize. Oh, and El Salvador. And it's a popular place for people to go, like backpackers and just digital nomads, because there's so much to do there. You've got everything from volcanoes to Mayan ruins to the rainforest. And in particular, in Guatemala, there is this magical little fairy tale of a lake community called Lago de Atitlán, or Lake Atitlán for all those English speakers out there. It's about 3 to 3.5 hours from Guatemala City Airport. We actually came from Antigua though, which is this cute little town about 2 hours out. The day we actually left to go to Lake Atitlán, we'd actually come down after hiking and backpacking an active volcano and literally camped up on top of the dormant volcano. It was unbelievably phenomenal experience. That one's volcano 𝐦𝐤𝐤𝐿, which is the dormant one that you actually sleep on top of, and then you can hike up and see the eruptions from the active volcano, which is Volcano Fuego or Volcán Fuego. Here, I'll actually show you the video straight from my phone. Like literally this is iPhone 14 or 13, whichever iPhone I have footage. I won't even get into the details because that is not the point of this video, but oh my gosh, incredible experience. Definitely go to Guatemala and do this hike if you can and are physically able. And I say physically able because it was actually one of the hardest hikes that I've ever done in my life. And I mean, I used to hike a lot. I used to live in Colorado, but the altitude here just freaking kills you. You're essentially just going up 2 really steep 13ers in a day, in a few hours. It is pretty brutal, but it's worth it. But okay, so we came straight from Antigua, and there are many different ways that you can actually get there from Antigua. There is only one direct, like, local bus that you can take, and it leaves super early in the morning from the main bus station at 7 a.m. and it goes from Antigua to 𝐵𝐴𝐻, but it arrives at 10:45 p.m. So it's a really long day. I honestly just wouldn't even recommend this method because even when you get to 𝐵𝐴𝐻, you have to figure out how you're getting to where you're actually staying, which usually if you're doing it that way, you're gonna wanna take the taxi boat, which stops running at 5 p.m. Instead, if you're looking to save money, you can actually get a private bus or private car that takes 4 people, and it costs $100 for the 4 people. It'll take you directly to 𝐵𝐴𝐻𝐻, because then from there you can take the taxi boat instead. And it's like a 2.5-hour drive, so it's a pretty long drive and not a horrible cost for that. And that's one way. Or you can do what we did, where we just like didn't even want to have to deal with a taxi boat with all of our stuff, because we just come off the mountain hiking and we're sore and tired. We just took a direct private transfer from where we were in Antigua to our short-term rental or Airbnb in Lago de Atitlán, so we didn't have to worry about figuring out where this place was. We could just get there directly, and that was about $130, so not too bad, split between the 2 of us. And when you get to this place, there are a bunch of stairs, and at first you have to go down a really steep slope just to get to the actual complex, and then climb a crap ton of stairs back up to actually get to the house. Like literally, if you look at all of the different reviews on Airbnb for this property, every single person warns you about how many stairs and steps there are, and it's very, very steep. So just know you're gonna get a really serious workout in. But once again, it is completely worth it, trust me. You can also reach out to a property manager like we did and ask for some help for carrying your bags to the house. We definitely needed help, especially because we were so sore from the backpacking trip that we just did. But now for the videos of the actual property. There are 3 different houses actually a part of this complex called Baba Yaga. And we chose the very top property because it's the biggest one and has the best view. When you first get there, there is a cute little seating area and a beautiful painted door, and you enter into the open, bright, big space. It is actually just one big room. That is the whole living area, and you've got your king bed down at the bottom and a little seating area where you can just take in the view. They don't really have a kitchenette. It's more just like a fridge and some glasses and plates, just some little things to have. But then look at this incredible view with these ginormous windows. Waking up to this every single morning was so magical. This is actually the biggest little hut on the property. It houses 5 people, and that's because you've got that king bed on the bottom, but there's also this bunk area that has beds too, basically giant mattresses. I'm not gonna lie, the bunk beds aren't that comfortable, but the king bed was lovely. And then you go outside and it's a fully outdoor bathroom. There's the toilet area and then the shower and bathtub area. Both of these areas are on separate floors basically, but have incredible views. And the way they did it is just so stinking cute, like with this little bicycle that's a part of the sink. And then the outdoor bathtub and shower really is like something from a movie. Honestly, you can't get much better than that. Just truly phenomenal. I honestly don't even know what to say. I would just go back now if I could. The cool thing about this spot is they have kayaks that you don't even have to pay for. They're just a part of being at this place, so pretty sweet. Pretty incredible, right? But because I am not just here to show you pretty places, I am here to also add some value, of course, as always. While I didn't actually interview the host on this one, what I am gonna be doing is sharing with you how much it actually cost me to stay at this place for 2 nights. Because sometimes I feel like, you know, influencers, whatever, will show these cool, amazing places, and then a lot of people will be like, well, that's probably really expensive. I'm not even gonna put it on my list, or I could never go over there. So I just wanna be as transparent as possible and just show you how much it actually costs to stay somewhere like this. So between the 2 of us, it was me and my friend, and we spent 2 nights there and spent a grand total of $496.41 only for accommodation. So that's $248 and something cents per person. $248.21 per person, which ends up being about $124.10 per person per night. So not super cheap, honestly. It's not like, oh my gosh, that's nothing, right? Especially for Guatemala, when you could get a lot cheaper places. But it's also not that bad considering it actually fits 5 people. and we were only 2 of us going there. So if you take that amount and you split it between 5 people, it ends up being less than $100 per person for the entire trip, and closer to about $50 per night per person. Like I said, those top bunk beds aren't that comfortable, but you could probably make it comfy into just a giant cuddle puddle with your friends and have a great time either way. And also the main king bed is perfection. But also $124 per person per night really isn't that bad considering how magical and like really magical this place was. And they let you use their kayaks for free. You could use them for however long you wanted and go literally directly from the complex out to the entire lake if you wanted. They also have staff there 24/7 to help you if you need anything. In the US, you pay just about that same amount for a really crappy place. You know, those 1-bedroom hotel rooms that are like from the 90s and you're like, okay, haven't been updated in forever. Whereas this was incredible, beautiful, different, just a whole vibe, a whole experience. We also chose the most expensive one out of the 3 on this complex. Remember, the 2 other huts, they actually housed only 2 people. And if you go and look at those, they're a lot more affordable. Instead of $200 and something a night, they're only $110 a night, which isn't that bad. So, you know, not too shabby, honestly, for what you're getting. Pretty good. And I'm sure you could probably get an even better deal if you just go and book directly with the host so they don't have to pay any extra fees, which is something I may actually look into here in the future. I won't feel like spending 2 weeks or a month over there. But I hope at least that just helps you in terms of understanding how much a trip like that may cost. And don't forget, you've also got the transportation factor of getting there. Now, I will say, cost of living there is very, very, very affordable. So even though you may be spending a little bit more money to actually get there, when you're there, it's pretty easy and comfortable to live there. I know we can kind of get caught up in a lot of these travel goals and the things we see on social media and thinking that you need to save tens of thousands of dollars to go on a cool trip, which really just isn't the case. Also note, a lot of the places that I am showing you do tend to be a little bit more on the luxurious side. Not like super high end, but like cool, different, and nicer, right? But I do a lot of staying in hostels where I can save a bunch of money and spend $20 a night or less sometimes staying in a hostel. But then I treat myself to nights here and there in more lavish places. Or I work with owners in exchange for content or payment to create videos like this one or on Instagram, etc. And if you thought that this information was useful in helping you plan your next trip or giving you ideas for your next trip, I would really appreciate it if you hit that like and subscribe button and the little bell notification button too. And share this with anyone who might be looking, you know, book a trip to Guatemala. Pretty special, right? Like, how can you not love this place? I already know I'm gonna come back. This feels like a beautiful, wonderful, slow vibe safe haven. And yeah, basically if you want me to show more cool Airbnbs like this one or short-term rentals, hit that like and subscribe button, share this with everyone you know who also might want to go to a place like this and also just wants to know a little bit more about how to invest in places like this too. Yeah, that would be awesome. But that's all I've got for you. We are checking out literally, we were actually late. We extended 30 minutes because we wanted to sleep in a little bit more and just take in this fantastic view. But gotta go get in an airplane. If you want to see more of these things, let me know. Appreciate it. Bye guys.